Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, it's no secret to many of you that there are an abundance of talented youth in our community. Maybe it's our proximity to Music City or just our good luck, but an astounding number of talented young singers, dancers, musicians, and actors are in our presence. And Williamson County Parks and Recreation wants to showcase their talent and all the unique things that they have to offer. Joining me today is Darlene Monk. She's a recreation specialist at the Longview Recreation Center in Spring Hill. She's here to talk about her upcoming Battle of the Teen Bands event. And then later on in the show, we'll be speaking with Janey Mason about 2 children's theater productions coming up this fall. Darlene, first off, thanks for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you back in the studio.
Thank you, Kerri. It's always a pleasure to be here talking to you about our special events.
Well, and you do put together some wonderful special events. I love talking about the programs that you coordinate and that you do. They're always so much fun and something different for the community to participate in, just like with this Battle of the Teen Bands. This is the second year you've done a dry land Battle of the Teen Bands.
That's right.
This is actually the 3rd year for the event. The first year it was combined with your outdoor pool party, and you had termed it Poolapalooza.
Yes.
And then the year after that, we decided, well, that was a lot at one time, so let's just actually focus on the music and focus on these great bands, really very talented kids in the area. You had a great success with it last year, and you're offering the program again this year. Tell us a little bit about this event and what you kind of have in store for us with it.
Well, first of all, it is September the 8th, Saturday night, at 6 p.m. at the Independence High School Auditorium. I want to say a big thank you to the Independence High School for letting us use their auditorium again this year. They're always so nice and on board with any special event that we have. We want to thank them for that. We just, like you said, we have so many talented young people in our communities, and this is just our way of putting them in the spotlight for everyone in the community to see how talented they really are. We have 4 bands that's going to be competing the night of the event for the title of the best teen band in the community. So we're really excited about it. Last year we rocked the night away. The audience had a great time. The bands had a great time. And of course the staff and the backstage staff had a great time as well. It was just, I was just so amazed. It was like I was listening to adult.
It really, there's a very professional level of finishing that comes along with this.
Yes.
The way the event is set up, these are teen bands. The participants do have to be, I think they're between 13 and 18?
That's correct.
Or 13 and 17?
13 and 18.
13 and 18. They have to be either enrolled in middle school or high school to enter the event. So, I mean, these really are young teens. But the level of accomplishment that they have with their instruments is astounding, and the passion that they have for it is very inspiring. These kids really love what they're doing, and you can sense that when you see them perform. You know, I always heard people say it, and of course having my own child now, I get it, but you don't know true joy till you see it in your child's eyes. But you get to see it in these kids' eyes.
Absolutely, and they're so excited because a lot of these teen bands that we have write their own music, you know, and they perform it so well because it is theirs.
Yes.
They're really passionate about it and very proud of their hard work and accomplishments, and as well they should be.
Absolutely, as well they should be. Let's go over kind of a little bit of the setup for this event. For several weeks you've been taking audition CDs through the Longview Recreation Center. Bands actually had to submit an audition CD to be chosen to compete in the Battle of the Teen Bands. And from your submissions, you have 4 bands that will be competing at the Battle of the Bands on September 8th. Tell us who's going to be part of the lineup that night.
Okay, we have 4 lucky bands that's going to be competing the night of the event. The first one is Vision King, and might I add that these young people have very creative group names.
They do.
So,
along with all of that artistic talent comes the artistic ability to come up with some very creative names for their bands.
So please forgive me if I pronounce one wrong. The first one is Vision King. The second one is Avatar. Then we have Clockwork and Volcanica.
I like that.
Volcanica.
I like it. All sound very exciting.
Yes, yes.
And it should be nice to, like you said, to hear what they offer. You know,
Right.
what these kids have been able to produce with their bands, and how they've been able to channel their talent and the songs and things that they've been able to write and put together. And then going along with this, you have worked diligently to go out into the community and solicit some wonderful prizes for this event. Your top prize this year for your winning band is a dream come true for any musician. Kind of tell us a little bit about some of the rewards of all this hard work for the bands that are going to be participating.
Like you said, Kerri, the overwhelming response from some of the businesses around the Cool Springs, Spring Hill area has just been overwhelming. They've been really excited about this. They were glad to jump on board and help these teens get that maybe leg up that they need to maybe make a difference and get that, break in life that they so, willingly desire. The first grand prize, of course, is from Cave Studios, and Mr. Andrew Hooker, who is the owner of Cave Studios, who is also, by the way, a judge for the night's event, has been so gracious to donate 8 hours of studio time. He said that the bands have the option of either doing 1 or 2 songs. It just depends on how well they cut the tracks, and then after that he is going to take what they produce in the studio and make it radio ready. So at the final production will be something that they could actually take to a radio station or to a recording, to
a record label. This is who we are.
That's
this
right.
is what we do.
That's right.
There are plenty of people right now, grown adults, who would love 8 hours of studio time to be able to have one professionally mixed and recorded song that they could shop.
That's right.
So kind of a dream come true for a lot of
Absolutely,
people.
absolutely.
And we're offering that to some of our teens in the Battle of the Bands. I love that. That's great. You also have a second and a third place prize as well. Tell us about those.
We do. Second place prize is from Wolf Guitars. It's a $100 gift card. They can go into the store and pick out $100 worth of guitar strings, drumsticks, whatever their band needs to keep performing, and to put it on the $100 gift card. And it's just, like I said, Wolf Guitar in Cool Springs was gracious enough to do it again. They were a sponsor last year. They saw the overwhelming response that we had from the public and the teens, and they wanted to jump on board again this year as a sponsor.
Great.
So we're really, really thankful to them for doing that.
Absolutely. And then third prize.
And our third place prize, of course, is Franklin Guitar and Repair. It's a $50 gift certificate. Same setup. The bands can go in there and purchase $50 worth of supplies that their bands need. And Mr. David Wood over there at Franklin Guitar he was also a sponsor for last year, and he's been gracious enough to do it again this year.
We love having returning sponsors.
We do.
Always great. Well, like you said, the event is coming up Saturday, September the 8th.
That's right.
It is at Independence High School in the auditorium there. And just to echo your sentiments earlier, just all of our thanks goes to Williamson County Schools for allowing us to use their facilities throughout the year for various programs that we offer through Williamson County Parks and Recreation. We are very fortunate that we have a lot of facilities across the county, but they're not always applicable to every type of program or event that we offer. And so being able to have such a great relationship with the schools where we can, borrow some of their very nice facilities to run a few of our programs is always great. Very well appreciated. The event starts at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Doors open at 5:30 p.m. This is open to the public. Anyone can attend, and we invite you all to join us for the Teen Battle of the Bands. Admission is $5 per person. That's paid at the door. Cash or check only, though. That's one of the things with this not being in one of our facilities.
Right.
We're not able to take credit or debit cards. So cash or check only for admission, but hopefully that's something that can work out for most people, and then we will have an absolutely wonderful night of live entertainment for people. It's always great to see what kind of fresh new things are coming up, and that's what these kids excel in.
Absolutely.
talking about a few of our sponsors who have donated prizes for the event. We have several other sponsors that have come on to help with the production of this event as well. Obviously want to thank Cave Studios, as well as the Children's Academy, Sport Clips, Wolf Guitars, Big Brand Imaging Group, Subway, and Franklin Guitar and Repair, all for helping to make this event possible. We couldn't do it without your support. And for people who would like more information about the Teen Battle of the Bands, you can contact Miss Darlene here for more information. You can reach her at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill at 615-302-0971. Darlene, it was always a pleasure to have you here.
Well, thank you, Kerri.
Wish you the best of luck with the Battle of the Bands, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking about more children's theater opportunities for all of our talented youth in Williamson County.
I am for the child who's had 7 addresses in a single year because she's in foster care, because her father abused her, and her mother couldn't believe her. She is the child I am for. I am a CASA volunteer. I am you.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're joined for the second half of our show today by Janey Mason. She's also a recreation specialist for the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. She works out at our Franklin Recreation Complex. She also serves as the liaison for our children's theater programs. And Janey's here today to talk to us about 2 special programs they have coming up this fall. Janey, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Wish we could have you on the show more. I don't know how excited that makes you, but actually with some of the new roles that you've taken on within the department, I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you. But serving as the liaison for our children's theater programs now gives you the opportunity to work with some new things that you haven't in the past, but I'm sure things that are very exciting for you, one of them being the upcoming Missoula Children's Theater production. Tell us a little bit about the Missoula concept, because it really is kind of unique in and of itself.
It is. Missoula is, they're a traveling theater group based out of Missoula, Montana, and they travel the country year-round. They will come into town on a Monday, and we'll have auditions. They'll have rehearsals all week, and then on Saturday we do 2 performances. So it's a great opportunity for children that are interested in finding out about what a theater production is about.
It seems like over the years, as we've done several Missoula children's theater productions, and you and I were talking about this not long ago, you know, like neither one of us are really sure when the department started working with Missoula to put on children's theater productions, but it was before either of us started working with the department, and I've been here 10 years, and you've been here almost that long as well, so we know it's a very long-standing relationship that we have with the people from Missoula. But what they do is great in that they do everything for you. They come into town, and it's so amazing to see them roll into town in their like Ford Ranger pickup with like a camper on top of it. But with every script, costume, everything that you would need to put on a children's theater production, they bring.
They have
and then we just work with them to provide space, basically. So we provide the location for auditions, for rehearsals. It is a 1-week whirlwind of children's theater. For any child or for any parent who thinks their child might like theater, this is a great introduction where you can kind of get an idea of what it's like without the full commitment of what a normal theatrical production really involves. And you know, children have a chance to explore their talents or their interests in a very relaxed atmosphere, working with some great professionals. Missoula brings in 2 TADs, that they call them. Those are touring actors directors that run the program. One of them will serve as the director for the week. The other will serve as an onstage actor. So there's constantly a presence on stage to help the children through their performances. These teams are paired up and basically spend a whole year, like you said, touring the country, putting on this same production over and over again. And every new town they switch. You know, if you were the director the last time, then you're the onstage actor the next time, and they get an opportunity to kind of work both sides
Right.
of a production. But really a great opportunity for a lot of different people and a good way to get an introduction into theater. Missoula's production this year is Blackbeard the Pirate. Give us a little synopsis of the show that they're going to be doing this year.
It starts as kind of a lazy day on the beach for some friends, and then it turns into a fun adventure when they go in search of Blackbeard's treasure. They meet some colorful characters along the way and find out some interesting things about where the treasure is hidden.
I think one of the things that's kind of interesting about Missoula Productions, because they do a children's theater production in a 1 week span, they tend to use storylines that children are already familiar with just small adaptations thrown in. But they always kind of gear their plays to the age group of the children that participate in the program and in a storyline that they feel like the kids already have some basis in.
Right.
And we've all heard the tales of Blackbeard, and I'm sure this is going to be another program that kids are just really going to enjoy and kind of sink their teeth into. Auditions for our Missoula production this year are coming up. They're going to be on Monday, September the 10th at the Franklin Rec Center. Kind of walk us through the audition portion of this event, because like the rest of this, Missoula does a great job at keeping this low key for kids.
They do. The audition process will start on Monday, September 10th at 4 o'clock, and it'll run for 2 hours. So anyone interested needs to come promptly at 4. They're going to start, so maybe come a few minutes early to get some paperwork taken care of. So the audition will last for 2 hours, and it's for anyone ages 5 to 18, so kindergarten through high school. You're all welcome to come out. There's really no advanced preparation that you need to do. Just come, smile, be yourself, be open, and
they'll
come
find
have a good time.
And they'll find the right place for you. The Missoula TADs, of course, like we were saying earlier, do this a lot.
They do.
So they know kind of what they're looking for and, what kind of attributes. And, the kid just has to be themselves, and they'll find the right place for them within the production. The other thing that's great, too, is it's a group audition. So very low-key, it's not stressful at all, and hopefully helps the children to relax so that they can be themselves and shine and be the star that they really are. Then I know that night they go ahead and do the cast from auditions. We're looking to cast roughly 50 to 60 local kids in this production, so a fairly good size crew for this one. And then rehearsals start the following night. They rehearse Tuesday, September the 11th through Friday, September the 14th.
That's right.
All of our rehearsals are going to be taking place at Freedom Middle School in the lovely theater there. Like we were talking about Independence High School a bit earlier with Darlene and the amazing relationship that we have with Williamson County Schools, the Franklin Special School District has also been equally welcoming and warming to us and allowing us to use some of their outstanding facilities for some of our department productions. We use Freedom Middle School quite frequently throughout the year. It's also the home of the Star Bright Players, our ongoing children's theater group that we run through the department. And again, could not thank the Franklin Special School District as well as the staff at Freedom Middle School enough for their support and for them allowing us to use their buildings. It really makes all of this possible.
Absolutely.
Rehearsals are set up in 2 blocks during that week. Kind of run us through the rehearsal schedule just so people have an idea of what to expect with this.
Each night, the rehearsals will take place from 4 to 6, and then they'll take a dinner break, just a quick break, and then start rehearsals again from 6:30 to 8:30. And it's a pretty full week of rehearsals because you only have the week to get it done.
Yeah. Like you said, there is a time commitment for that 1 week, but again, if you think this is the opportunity to kind of introduce your child to theater or see if your child really does have that passion for it, it's the best way to get them involved. And then after the end of the week of our rehearsals, we'll actually be producing 2 shows. They'll take place on Saturday, September 15th, also at the Freedom Middle School Auditorium. We have a 2 p.m. matinee followed by a 7 p.m. evening performance. All of these performances are open to the public. Anyone can attend and is invited to join us for Blackbeard the Pirate. And tickets are only $5 a person. They will go on sale at the front desk of the Franklin Rec Center beginning Monday, September 10th, if you would like to pick them up. Also, like with most of our ticket sales for children's theater productions, children ages 3 and younger are admitted for free if sitting with a parent. If you know your child well enough to know that my kid's just not going to sit in my lap for this, then you can purchase a seat for them as well. But we do offer that for our younger theater patrons. And in talking about Missoula, I mean, obviously these people come into town for a week, and one of the things that we provide as the host for them are accommodations during their time here in Franklin. And a special thanks goes to the Franklin Cool Springs Marriott. They are our sponsors for Missoula Children's Theater and have been for several years. They, in essence, put up our directors. They provide the hotel accommodations for our Missoula TADs, and we are, as always, extremely thankful for their involvement. I know several times I've heard our TADs come into town and be like, "This is great. You should have seen the last place we stayed." They love the Marriott. It's an exceptional hotel with great service, and happy to have them as part of our sponsorship for Missoula Children's Theater again this year as well. Well, no, the Children's Theater Fund does not stop with Missoula,
No, it
though. No. The day after our Missoula Children's Theater productions, on Sunday, September the 16th, you will be holding open auditions for the Starbright Players.
That's correct.
The Starbright Players is the ongoing children's theater group operated by Williamson County Parks and Recreation. It also has a long, storied career throughout the department and has really been a catalyst for children's theater in our community. Tell us a little bit about what you guys have planned for your next production.
The production for this fall will be Irving Berlin's White Christmas. It's based off the film, which was based on 2 World War II veterans that have a song and dance act, are going around Vermont, I believe, and they meet up with a pair of sisters who also are performers, and it's a wonderful program.
Well, and it's actually time for the time of year because our fall production does take place the 1st of December.
It does.
So a wonderful time to host White Christmas. Really kind of fits in nicely with that time of year. The calendar laid out very well for that this year.
It did.
Starbright does an amazing job with children's theater. They've been doing all kinds of productions for years now. Our last production was in the spring, and we did Aladdin Junior.
That's right.
That was a unique opportunity where we just did an all-junior cast with a slightly younger cast, but gave some younger children who historically had not been a part of Starbright the chance to participate and, spread their wings, so to say, soar amongst the stars. But with this production, we're kind of going back to more of our traditional Starbright cast. This production will be open to children ages 7 to 17. So again, a very wide age range for any young actors in our community looking for a chance to take the stage. Again, auditions will be Sunday, September the 16th. Our auditions will also take place at Freedom Middle School. Again, thank you to Freedom Middle School. They really do provide a wonderful service to us.
They do.
For children who are new to the Starbright program, who have not participated in a previous Starbright production, auditions are from 1 to 3 p.m. Then for our returning Starbright players, we will host auditions from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. And auditions for this are a little bit different. I mean, obviously for Missoula, it being a 1-week program, we make auditions as open and comfortable as possible.
Right.
For Starbright, since it is more of a traditional children's theater program, there's more of the traditional aspect that kind of circulates around this whole production. And so auditions are a little bit more formal.
That's right.
As well. Basically, children need to come prepared to sing a song.
That's right.
But it can really be any song. It can be Happy Birthday. Anything that just allows the director a chance to hear the child's voice and their vocal range. And I do know in the past our directors have always asked that when a child is preparing a selection for auditions, that they not use any type of contemporary
Right.
Pop country or Christian music, you know, because the dynamics of it just really aren't the type that can kind of showcase an actor's voice. So they do look for something that's a little bit more theater-minded for these kind of auditions. But again, it doesn't have to be anything overly produced.
No.
Happy birthday works. Our director's really just looking for a chance to see what each child has to offer. They're looking for children who are vocal and expressive and able to have a good time, I think.
That's right. Now's not the time to be shy.
No, true. Very, very true. Then there are also some children who might be called back for a second audition.
That's right.
If so, those children will be contacted on an individual basis, and callbacks will be held Monday, September the 17th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., also at Freedom High School. Then we post our cast list the end of that week, and kind of tell us what happens from that point once the child is cast in the production, because there is a rehearsal process that goes through this. And
there is. If the child is cast, they have the opportunity to accept or decline the role. And if they accept the role, there's a $70 activity fee for any child that's cast, and that just helps us kind of offset the cost of costumes and
everything that
all
goes
the
into the production
elements,
work.
right?
Yeah, scenery, props, all that kind of stuff.
The following week, rehearsals will start, and the rehearsal schedule lasts for 9 weeks, and it's a pretty full rehearsal schedule. The rehearsals will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday of each week from 5:30 to 7:30, and those will be at Freedom. Not every child will be required to be at every rehearsal. It's just all based on what role they're given in the production.
So, but important for parents to know kind of the parameters for those from the outset.
Right, it is a commitment.
And we do ask that parents bring a list of any possible conflicts with the rehearsal schedule to the audition, just so that we can have that to work with from the beginning. And then performances will take place December 6th through the 8th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, December 9th at 3 p.m., again at Freedom Middle School. Again, if you would like more information about our children's theater productions, you can contact Janey. You can reach her at the Franklin Rec Center at 790-5719. And Janey, just real quick, I want to thank you for coming in today and talking to us about these children's theater productions.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. We wish you the best of luck. Can't wait to see what the kids are going to do again this year.
Thank you so much.
All right, in closing today, I do want to let you know about some other upcoming department events. The Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department is pleased to present EMS Nightlights, a free community event honoring our local first responders and emergency departments on Saturday, September the 15th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Fairview Recreation Complex. A host of emergency agencies will be on hand, and kids can look at, climb on, and sound all the bells and whistles on different automobiles, including fire trucks, police cars, ambulances, and military vehicles, all while learning what they do to serve our community. EMS Nightlights will include a community chalk walk where kids and parents can color a square, plus tribute banners for community members to sign in support of emergency personnel. There'll be face painting tents, raffle prizes, all kinds of fun stuff. Admission to this event is free, and concessions will be available for an extra charge. For more information about EMS Nightlights, you can contact Whitney Osborne at 615-799-9331 or visit our website at wcparksandrec.com. Also, the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department proudly presents a concert in the park with the Williamson County Community Band on Sunday, September 22nd at 5 p.m. at Thompson Station Park in Thompson Station. Bring a picnic, supper, blanket, and the family to enjoy this great night of free community talent. Please note, no alcoholic beverages or pets are allowed for this, but a good time will be had by all. For more information on our community band, you can also contact Janey at 790-5719 extension 30. I want to thank you guys for joining us for today's show. We look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you. So much has gone by already.